It's a beautiful morning here in Southern California. It's raining, and if you're watching this, I'm not sure if you can hear it or not. I'm filming this on a Samsung Galaxy Tab S20. No, I have the name confused. It is the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus that came out a few short years ago, and I got it brand new. And recently this year, probably around 3 months ago, I got the latest laptop tablet hybrid from Samsung. It's called the Galaxy Book 362, and for some reason the camera on that, I was testing the camera on it, and it's not as good as this one, as this device. The camera on this device, and this device has been around longer, so. But I have a heat lamp, propane heat lamp next to me here, so very comfortable, enjoying my day off, and I'm going to try to make it a productive day. I should have written out a list of what I want to accomplish today, because discipline is not my strong suit. It hasn't been for a while, and you may not notice it, but I do have attention deficit disorder, and that's a completely different topic that can be discussed at a later time. But I'd like a community to come together out of this, of people that want to help each other out and talk about various life discussions. So if you're watching this, I'd really like for you to get involved and comment, and respectfully, of course. Everyone should be respectful of one another, share thoughts and opinions, and let's help each other out in the best way that we realistically can. I want to read too. I ordered this a few months ago off of Amazon, about waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. That's been a challenge for me, but I am constantly working on that. And then I got my New Roads magazine, the latest edition that just came in the mail probably yesterday. When I got my Trailblazer earlier this past summer, somehow I became a member of this program. I'm not too sure what it's called, but almost every month I've been getting different issues of this magazine. So, and I've been reading on it. And, it's interesting to me. So, I enjoy reading. I commend anybody that reads. Not everybody does. Not everybody has the, how can I put this in a polite way? I don't want to say capacity, but the patience or the focus. And even though I have attention deficit disorder, I can still read and focus and retain the information that I read. I'm going to try not to be all over the place in this video, and I'm going to limit it to no longer than 30 minutes, because I don't want to keep this running on longer than it should. But I'll get better with time, and if anybody wants to give me ideas on on what topics to discuss, so that other videos from here on out can be more focused, that'll be very helpful. This is Captain Black Royale. When it comes to smoking, feels like if you smoke, you get judged by people that don't smoke, that people that are very health conscious. And I am health conscious, but I know I'm contradicting myself right now. I know smoking is not a very good habit, and certain people are going to probably say that this sounds stupid for me to say, but I'm sure there are others that would agree with me on this, that I'm okay with smoking socially. It's a social activity for me. I don't do it very often, because I do realize that it is not the best habit for you. But there's no way that I couldn't pull out the pipe and puff on it and on such a relaxing morning such as this. So I'm going to have to add more tobacco to it. It's not staying lit. I was inspired to make this video based on a list of different YouTubers that I have watched for a while now, such as George Bruno and Corey Wayne, Coach Corey Wayne, LFA, and I can just continue down a whole bunch of others. This book is not my favorite. First book I've read from this author, and I'm not a fan so much of his writing style, the way that the book is written, but there is still valuable information you can get from this read. Let's talk about how we can find peace in our lives and be at peace with ourselves. That's most important, because if we don't have peace within ourselves, we won't be happy people. If we're at peace with ourselves, I would say that everything will fall into place naturally, where you won't feel that you're trying so hard, putting in such an effort to force what you want to come to you. I'm not smoking this right. I can't keep this lit, and it's really frustrating. There's a specific subject that I'd like to open during this recording, and it has to do with my recent interaction from a couple of days ago with someone who's local that I met at a let's just call it a convention in Dallas, Texas, a couple of weeks ago. And I made the mistake of not speaking to her in person. Rather, that what I did was I was observing her. I found her attractive, and I didn't really. Maybe I smiled from a distance, waved. Just kept it very casual, the interaction between her and I. But then I flew back, and when I got home, probably the day after, I searched her on Facebook. I found her, sent her a request, and attempted to message her, and she responded. Probably took her a day or two, from what I remember. Now, I'm sharing this because it could add value, it could add knowledge, and for entertainment to whoever is interested in further watching this video. I will grab my phone and read over the messages. I won't say her name out of respect to her privacy, but I will read through the messages, and as I go along, I'll discuss certain points that come along the way through our conversation, our chat conversation. So the outcome of this interaction is that I pretty much got rejected. Am I disappointed? Yes. Am I angry? No. I shouldn't be angry. What benefit do I get out of being angry from rejection? Do we all want to be loved? Yes, we need it. As much as many of us try to deny it for various reasons, such as to protect ourselves. And I find that females tend to do this a lot. If you're a stranger, you're coming up to her and you're trying to express interest, and how you express interest really matters. But I will share the way I expressed my interest to her, how I presented myself to her, and feel free to leave your opinions through the comment section on your thoughts and how maybe I could have improved the interaction, or how I presented myself. Just open it up here. So here's the chat, so you can see that it's legitimate. Scrolling up to the beginning, it's not too long. The conversation didn't last longer than probably a couple of days. December 6th at 8:31 in the morning, I got to work, got to my office, so I was sitting at my desk, pulled out my phone, and I probably shouldn't have done this. I probably should have focused on my work first and prioritized that, but it was a slow morning, so I figured it would have been a good time to attempt to start a conversation with her. I sent her name, which you probably saw her name when I showed the screen, but that's fine because that doesn't really give her identity away. It doesn't show her last name or her Facebook information. There are some thoughts that I'd like to share if you'd be fine with it. I wanted to be very careful in how I approach this because I didn't want her to feel uncomfortable with me at all. Because the key to a female opening up to you is that she has to feel comfortable. So you may judge me, you may say, and I'm not going to mention my actual name at this time. I'm not comfortable doing that. Probably, maybe eventually, I'm hoping that this channel will grow successfully, and if it does, I can reveal my first name, my actual name. But at this time, I'm going by Ned, and Ned actually stands for my first and last name. A lot of people know me as Ned. I go by Ned. It's a nickname of mine. You may comment to me, Ned, you're being very weak. with her. You were being very weak. But I don't want to think of it as a tactic so much as I wanted to be very delicate about how I went about this, how I communicated with her. And I don't mind, as a man, as a male, coming from showing vulnerability to a woman. That's fine. I feel that a lot of people, a lot of guys will say that you have to have this sort of I don't give a fuck attitude towards women. And I don't necessarily agree with that. There should be a balance in every aspect in life. Now, we want to try to find that balance. So, I let her know that I was a bit nervous to let her know my thoughts, my feelings I wanted to share with her. And that's completely fine. I'm not going to pretend to you or to anybody that I don't get shy, I don't get nervous. It's completely normal. I'm a bit nervous to let you know because we are not close. She's a complete stranger to me. It's not necessarily bad, but I don't want you to judge me and feel uncomfortable. I have no negative intentions as I get no benefit from that. So I'm letting her know. I'm trying to put her at ease and open up the conversation in such a way that it doesn't sound too, I'm not too sure how to describe it, but just direct, but direct in a very delicate, polite way, so that I'm not making her feel uncomfortable. I'm not just, because again, the reality is I'm a stranger to her, messaging her on the internet, on Facebook, and she's an attractive female. It's not unlikely that she has other guys, not just me, that are showing or that have showed interest in her. And maybe to her it may become annoying that she's getting a bunch of messages, maybe in her DMs if she's got an Instagram account. I'm not big on social media. That's a separate subject. I'm going to try not to drift off too much in this video, and I feel like I already have a few times. So hopefully I don't lose viewers due to that. But I'll get better. I'll get better at making these sorts of videos. I'll be to the point so that I do not annoy you with too many messages. Again, going back to what I had just said, because I really don't have the intention of annoying her. So I was wrong when I said it took her a couple of days to respond to me. She responded the same day after my initial messages at 10:12 in the morning. No, excuse me, later that evening at 7:23. Hello, Ned. What are your thoughts? Question mark. So she showed me a bit of curiosity because, and I feel that if I made a mistake, I don't feel that I made a mistake with my first messages to her, but I feel that if I did, then there would be more of a chance that I would not have gotten a response from her and she could have left me on red. Now, this is one mistake that I'll openly state that I made. After she messaged me, the next day, so I took some time, didn't respond right away, but I, of course, got the notification that she had messaged. I attempted to call her through Facebook Messenger. That was a mistake. Of course, as expected, she did not, and I'm sure she purposefully let the call continue to ring, did not answer. At 9:02 in the morning, then shortly after that, at 9:26 that same morning, on the 7th, I proceeded to message her, "Good morning, sweetie. Don't get angry with me, but I want to express my interest in you." That is the main reason why I'm wanting to reach out to her. I don't like small talk. I don't like talking about the weather, what you do for work, where you live. That doesn't have much substance to it, and those conversations can be discussed at a later time once you've built rapport with the person that you are pursuing. So I can't get this to stay lit. Horrible. I let her know I'm being very authentic in my feelings to her. It's not so much as a tactic, a way to manipulate, a game. I'm just letting her know genuinely how I feel. After I saw you in Dallas, I asked some of my friends, because I have a group of friends that she doesn't really know well, but she knows of from our local community. I won't get into too much detail right now about that, but from the Los Angeles area that know of her. My guy friends sat with me at my table at the hotel that we stayed at in Dallas for this 4-day convention. I asked them about her, what they may know about her, and they don't know her well, so they couldn't give me much information. After I saw you in Dallas, I asked some of my friends that knows of you from the local community, and then I let her know not to worry, because this is not me trying to pressure you into a serious relationship. I just want to know if you would also be fine with us communicating. That's all I want. I don't want to pressure her into a serious relationship, because it's not normal. How can I? I don't know her, but the goal is to try to know her and build that trust. Because if she can trust me, she can open up to me, and then we can have a connection. And she will bring down her barriers. She will allow me to know her. And with time, okay, there is a possibility that maybe attraction may come out of it, and we could have a serious relationship. But I feel that a lot of females, what they'll do out of female nature, and it's a defense mechanism to protect themselves from guys. They'll say that, they'll apologize and say, I'm sorry, but I'm not looking for a relationship right now. And this is what how she responded to me. And I want to share with you, the viewers, how I went around that and how I handled it. I didn't get mad. It was to be expected, because with the more experience that I get, the more I'm learning from the videos of other YouTubers that I'm watching. This is female nature in its purest form, and this is a real world example. It would have been better for me to let you know this in person rather than randomly messaging. After I saw you in Dallas, I asked some of my friends that knows of you from the local community. Don't worry, this is not me trying to pressure you into a serious relationship. I just want to know if you would also be fine with us communicating. That's all I want. I just want to be able to communicate with her. I want her to allow me to communicate with her. I asked her, are you not comfortable with calls? I would enjoy having a call with someone. I want you to feel comfortable with me. Again, I am continuing to reiterate that I need her to be comfortable with me. I let her know to go easy on me, please. I do not want to annoy you. Because I'm assuming that she does get annoyed by a lot of guys that try to express interest in her, however they do so. She responded on Wednesday at 4:28 in the evening. And yes, this video may go on a bit longer than 30 minutes, but I'll try to wrap it up fairly quickly so that it doesn't drag out. Hey Ned, first of all, please don't call me sweetie. LOL. She did not like that. The reason I messaged, or I called her sweetheart, was because I wanted to send her a word that could probably make her feel good. I thought she would appreciate it, but apparently she didn't, and likely because I don't know her. She responds, I was at work, so your phone call surprised me, but yeah, I still don't know you, so I prefer not to call. I am honestly not looking for this time at the moment. I don't want to waste your time. So her wording is a little bit off, but essentially, as I said, she's letting me know that she's not looking for a relationship at this time. So that is her way of, and she is a sweetheart. She is very kind. She wasn't being mean and rude to me and at all. I didn't get that from her at all. I feel that because I treated her like a human being and tried to communicate with her as the human being that she is, I was able to get these responses from her and extract whatever information I got from her. If I went about this in a worse way, I probably wouldn't have gotten as far as I did in this conversation. She maybe could have blocked me immediately. So I'll continue. She's letting me know that she doesn't like those words. Ha ha ha, it's nothing personal, after I called her a sweetheart or sweetie. I responded, I feel bad now. I like you, and I obviously do not want to push you away by upsetting you. I should have asked you if you'd be comfortable with me calling you first. So I want her to feel understood. So I am repeating or elaborating on her response of not liking the fact that I called her a sweetheart, and I'm a stranger to her. I also messaged, I thought you would have liked it, me calling her sweetheart. But yes, I am messaging you as if we know each other well. She responds, no, don't feel bad. And I am not pushed away. I am just not ready or interested in any kind of relationships, whether serious or not at the moment, and don't want to give you the wrong expectations. So this is her way of very politely turning me down. For whatever reason, she just does not have interest in me. Or maybe she's being honest and she's actually not looking for a relationship at this time, because she is pretty young. I believe she's 24. She just graduated. She started her career. So she wants to focus on herself. She doesn't want the pressures and responsibilities of a committed relationship. I'm not sure. I can't read her mind. This is why I'm trying to find out whatever I can from her. I wish I could read her mind. I responded, you're a kind person. While rejection does hurt, and I'm letting her know that, yes, I do acknowledge that you are rejecting me, but it's fine. While rejection does hurt, it means a lot to me that you're sharing your thoughts. I appreciate that she is being honest with me. She's being respectful. She's being kind. She hasn't blocked me. She hasn't been rude at all, right? But she still has her guards up. She still has a wall put between her and I. But as the conversation moves forward, you will hear that she starts to open up a little bit more, and she gives me more information. I also sent her, I'm not sure if you don't want to have a serious relationship with anyone or if you just don't want you and I to be close together. Because I'm trying to find out if she's being authentically honest with me or not. Does she really, I want to find out, is it just that she's not interested in me for whatever reason? Or does she actually mean what she's saying, that she is not looking for a serious relationship at this time? I want to know. And this is me trying to find out. I asked her, aren't you already close to many people? Because I saw she had a group of friends with her. Her sister was at the convention. So yeah, she does know people. She is close to people. She has friends. I asked her, you would not even have an interest in us talking casually? You should not feel that you're giving me wrong expectations. If I'm going to be expecting anything from you in return, I would be making another mistake with you, and I would likely be hurting myself, and that is the truth. I don't want to have any expectations of any specific outcome. I just want to do my part as a man and let her know respectfully what I want. I want to express my interest in her. I want to let her know that I find her attractive, and I just want to talk to her. It's as simple as that. That doesn't mean that it's guaranteed that we're going to, that she's going to love me, to fall in love with me in the future, that we're going to be married, that she's the one and only, that she's the one. No, and I don't even want to think about that, because as a matter of fact, I personally am not ready for marriage. I'm not marriage material, because I'm still an unstable person working on establishing myself. And maybe she wants someone who's already established. Now, truth of the matter is that she is in a better position than I am in her life. She is in her career. She's more established compared to me, and we're going to get into that briefly about comparing. So people comparing themselves to others. I know you also want to protect yourself, and I'm sure that I am not the only guy that is trying to express interest in you. It would be great if we could become close. It will be so awkward for me to see you from now on. I know how this works, mainly in our culture and for females that are our age. I'm trying to let her know that I am being understanding of her. I'm not getting bent, and I'm not offended, and I'm not going to hash out at her because she's rejected me. So, this next message is a bit more lengthy, coming from her. She gives me more information. She opens up just a bit more with me now, and I do feel that she's telling me the truth. This is how she feels. No, I can't say I don't want you and I to be close. I don't know you, so it is not personal. She's letting me know not to take it personally, and I don't want to take it personally. I'm not. And anybody in this situation, could be male, female, but right now I'm mainly speaking to men, you shouldn't take this personally. Rejection is good. It helps you toughen up as a person. It is just the way you put it, starting with an interest, question mark. I have relationships and I am close with some people, but that didn't come with casual talk. That came naturally after meeting randomly many times, And you don't know me, but you want us to be close. Why is that? She's asking me, what do you want? Like, you don't know me. Why do you want to be close? Well, because I like you, I find you attractive. And for me, I'm not looking for just sex. I'm not trying to use her for sex. I do legitimately like or want to have a companionship, a partnership with somebody, a genuine connection, not just a one night stand. So I'm not just trying to get in between her legs. Even though yes, that would be nice, that would be enjoyable, but that's separate from all of this. She's letting me know that maybe she finds it odd. It's not normal. She's not used to a guy communicating with her the way that I am. The people that she knows, that she's close to, she met them in a more natural way. She's seen them at different gatherings multiple times, and over time, they naturally became close. She's not accustomed to a stranger, especially a guy like me, just messaging her and being so direct with her, letting her know, hey, I want to be close to you. I like you. I responded, you likely want to focus on your career and yourself. You are not ready to take on the responsibilities of a serious relationship. I know love and relationships have benefits to them, but they can be tough too. That's another topic that can be discussed about the risks that we cannot avoid. That come with love and relationships. She responded to my message that it'll be awkward for me to see her from now on. Haha, no, it's okay. I am likely going to see her again at other local gatherings from our community, because she doesn't live far. She lives in the Los Angeles area, and I am probably only 30 minutes away outside of Los Angeles. So it is likely that I'm going to see her again. And it may feel awkward for her. It may feel awkward for me. So I'm letting her know ahead of time that yes, I mean, it may be awkward for us to see each other after this interaction. I messaged her, letting her know that I have to be very cautious in how I communicate with you, because if you feel I'm causing you stress, I'm going to cause us problems. You probably feel that many Arab guys want to control you, because we are Middle Eastern, by the way. And that is a known stereotype, or a fact to some extent, that many Arab guys, I mean guys in general, but specifically in our situation, we're Middle Eastern people, so a lot of Arab guys do try to be controlling with females, and that causes issues. Again, another separate conversation that can be had, but let me know what topics you like to discuss, and we can further dive into this in other videos. Nobody, and this is still me messaging her, nobody that you are close to has reached out to you asking to be close. I'm asking her, unfortunately, the way I'm going about it probably seems unnatural to you. We have to communicate if I'm going to get you to feel comfortable with me. I'm trying to explain myself to her. And a lot of guys may argue, no, you never explain yourself to a woman. That's feminine, that's weak behavior, that makes you weak, puts you in a weak position as a man. She's going to disrespect you, etc. We have to communicate if I am going to get you to feel comfortable with me. So here I am, sort of trying to negotiate with her, and I feel that every aspect in life is a negotiation, is a deal. Relationships, love to some extent. I mean, attraction, I understand attraction needs to come naturally, that's different. Love and attraction are different from one another. Even though we have not naturally met many times, think about those people you trust. All the people you trust are people you are able to communicate with. I find you attractive, but you have to know that I'm harmless. I have no intention to treat you wrong, and I really can't hurt you. I have to show you genuine interest in a respectful way, even if you do not like me. Also, if you think about it, we are pretty much the same, because it's like we are from the same family. We both come from the same background, I'll just say. So I already feel close to you. And then I was joking around a little bit. I messaged her asking her not to laugh at me, please. Please do not laugh at me. And then she sends a laughing emoji face. Don't be mad at me for being attracted to you if you can help it. It is only natural. But I want to be attracted to you for more than the way you look. She has more value. I want her to know that she has more value to me than just the way that she looks. Then she responds, but Ned, from the way you were talking, you already set expectations and that you are looking for a relationship, and that is what I meant originally. So now it's a mutual conversation. She's being responsive. She's being polite about it. Even if she doesn't like me, even if the reality is she's turning me down and she's just not interested, and that this conversation is not going to go anywhere. I'm asking her, do we have to be in a relationship for me to be attracted to you or for us to be close? I'm not sure if you believe in a God or not, but if God wants to put us together, it will take time, and there can be no rush. I'm not a religious person. I'm not too sure whether she is or not, but I'll just leave it at that. I can't force you to feel a certain way. If I expect you to like me just because I like you, then I am being fake. I want to make as few mistakes as possible with you, and I really do. My goal is not to make is to make as minimal mistakes as possible so that I don't push her away. If I don't help you feel free, then I'm not behaving properly with you. And I forwarded a video to her of a great speaker, Osho. And I've been watching a lot of his videos, and they put me at ease, and I've learned a lot from them. They're very relaxing to watch. I really enjoy watching his talks on YouTube. I'm not sure if you'd be interested in watching this, when I'm referring to the video, but it can make for an enjoyable discussion. And in this particular video, Osho is talking about how love is freedom. And I got this quote also from Coach Corey Wayne, in that you should love in such a way that the person you love feels free. And he got that from another source, and I can't think of the name. Then she responds, I'm not sure what you really mean here. Once you have attraction in a relationship, it kind of changes. It is not just close or friendship anymore. And don't worry, I am always free and not expecting the other to make me feel this way. Haha. Okay, thanks for sharing. I will watch it shortly. And then I sent her a couple of voice messages in response to her last few messages to me. And then she responded, she responded, I know no one can force anything, but a casual talk without a purpose is something that I'm trying to wrap my head around right now. I feel like if the purpose is not aligned with both sides, it might hurt one or the other. I also just watched the video. I agree with him. That's what Gibran Khalil wrote in his book, The Prophet, too. So she was responding to that video of Osho speaking on love and freedom. Then I responded, a serious question. Please do not be annoyed by me, or I will feel a sense of guilt. First, I can tell you are a beloved person. You seem easy to talk to. This is one value that I see and that would contribute to my attraction if you were to ask me why I'm attracted to you other than the way you look. You don't seem like a mean person. And I called her by her name. Are there other guys that like you in a romantic way? Any guy that you are close to has not shown that they are attracted to you romantically? I'm asking her, and she didn't quite respond to that question. She didn't answer the question of if other guys are showing interest in her or not. But I'm sure there are. Now, I responded to her message. I feel like the purpose is not aligned with both sides and might hurt one or the other. My response to that message of hers is someone has to get hurt, and it is fine. Once we accept being hurt cannot be avoided, we can be at peace. I am willing to put myself in a vulnerable position with you. If I get hurt because you don't like me, this doesn't make you a bad person. I sense purity in you. I don't have to know you well. I'm trying to give her positive energy. I'm not trying to show any negative emotion whatsoever. I don't have to know you well. As a matter of fact, we all have good and bad in us. We can do bad things if we want, but we must consider the outcomes. I know you do not want to hurt me on purpose. I know that if I ever hurt you, it won't be done on purpose, but rather by accident. Why? Because I don't want to be punished for being bad to you. If we were in a serious relationship, there will always be a risk that either I can get hurt, you can get hurt, or we both can get hurt. This is what happens when you have feelings for someone and you can't do anything to change this. Love is not easy. Maybe you already have experience. Maybe you have loved before, but if we could enjoy the present experiences together without worrying, this would be perfect. Do I want you to like me? Yes. Why? Because I have an ego. We all have an ego. If none of us had egos, life would be perfect and we wouldn't have feelings and get hurt. I also have another thought to share. You should let me know if you agree or not, but I'm confident that you would agree with me on this. And some people may proceed to comment, letting me know that I'm sending way too many messages, I'm sending way too much, I'm throwing way too much at her. And that is probably true. That is probably true. But this is what happened, and I'm just sharing the experience. We should all be loving to one another no matter what. This is what we've been created for. This is not to say that you must rely on me to be loving to you, but rather you would like me more if I am loving to you. If you get rejected, continue to be your authentic, loving self. And yeah, if you were rude to a female, you're not going to get anywhere with her. At least your chances are better, or she would respect you more, and she naturally would like you more, obviously, if you are kind and good to her. Not just pretending to be kind to get your way with her, and then if she turns you down, you turn into a completely different person. That's fake. And I don't like fake. We all want to be cared for. If you would allow me, I want to care about you. Would it be wrong for us to have a relationship where we can talk openly about anything? I ask. Hopefully I won't drive you crazy with my feelings. Maybe I did. She responds, Ned, you seem like a nice person, but I personally can't do that. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And yeah, I can't be mean to anyone without knowing them because I'm not going to put assumptions. She doesn't want to make assumptions about anybody, which is the right thing to do. But I can't. There are great people out there who are looking for a serious relationship. It's better to spend time with them, getting to know them instead of me. So she keeps going back to the concern of me trying to push for a serious relationship so soon. But again, how can I? That's not natural. I'm not expecting her to want a serious relationship with me right away. But again, this is a defense mechanism from her side, and this is how she is very easily trying to turn me down. And I shared a post that I saw on my Facebook timeline that comes from a book from one author, and it reads, "May every kind thing you do be out of love, not for love." To try to prove my point, elaborate my point to her further. She responds, I agree, that's beautiful. It is nice that you think this way. Others don't think this way anymore. I respond, I am a bit hurt though because I like you. I'll have to take the time I need to recover. And yeah, some of my messages, I was purposefully being a little overly emotional or overly dramatic. I'm not sure if you'd agree with this, but love and attraction are different. I'm sure many agree with that statement. Love can be negotiated, as it is a choice, but attraction comes naturally. Maybe this seems like I'm being silly with you, but I'm being serious now. I wish you would let me be loving to you, even if you don't like me. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but please do not feel stressed out by this. I figured you would enjoy having a deep conversation. Please do not judge me. I want you to give me a chance to prove myself to you. Once you know I'm harmless, you won't think of me as weird. I'm sure no guy has behaved this way with you. You may not be accustomed to it, so you may think of me as weird. I may seem weak to you also, but you should not think of me this way. Again, I'm trying to show her vulnerability, and it's fine. I don't want to put on some tough guy persona and just pretend like I don't give a fuck, because she's not an idiot. She could see right through that. She would know that I'm playing games with her and trying to manipulate her, that I'm not coming from a place of authenticity with her. And then at that point, she may feel that, okay, maybe this guy just wants to try to get in my pants, and I'm not going to let that happen. I responded to her message, Ned, you seem like a nice person, but personally I can't do that. My response is, I have to be kind to you. If I was an ass, we would not be having this conversation. That's probably very likely. Then I proceeded. I got more little silly here, a little dramatic. If you punched me in the face, I would, in parentheses, with your permission, hold your hand and kiss it, and give you a loving kiss on your cheek. So I'm trying to be romantic with her too at the same time, a little bit. I responded to her message, I can't, there are great people out there who are also looking for a serious relationship, etc. My response is, you will never want a lover? I'm asking her. You will never want a serious relationship? Would I really be causing you a problem by trying to be close in a casual way without being in a serious relationship? I'm asking her a bunch of questions now. Who knows, but if you have feelings for me in the future, and if you would be ready to have a serious relationship, the chances of you wanting me would be better because we would have already had history. I'm not looking to use you either. The only benefit I would get out of all of this would be feeling good if I can make you feel good. And that is a natural benefit that comes with us being good to others, is that we feel good. Do it for yourself first, not just trying to please people and allow people to walk all over you. That's different. But be good. Be a good person for yourself first. Even to somebody who may not be treating you well. Her response to my message, I wish you would let me be loving to you even if you don't like me. Her response is, that would be selfish from my end. And I am sure you are now saying this now. You are saying this now, but you will change your mind later. Also, attraction can fade. That's another topic that I won't elaborate on at this moment. My response to that, my attraction for you can't change because I'm not faking it. You have to trust me on this. You feel I won't want to be loving to you later. So maybe she's scared to some extent, somehow. She's worried. She's scared of love. Maybe she's had experiences before where she's been hurt. I mean, practically we all have. And again, that's okay. That's what comes with love. And once we know that that's okay, we'll be at peace with ourselves. And if it happens again, we won't be affected as severely as, say, the first time around that we've had our hearts broken, per se. And this can go for anybody. But this is an example that I'm wanting to share with others who can relate. So her response to my message, you feel I won't want to be loving to you later, her response to that is, no, that's not what I said. Then I responded, I don't get any benefit from lying to you. Do you believe that my feelings are true? I asked her, and I don't believe she responded to that question. She messaged, I mean, you won't be okay later with you liking me and me not liking you back the same way. I asked, may I prove it? Then she responded, you are making it complicated. And I definitely probably did. I definitely made this very technical, very deep, very complicated for her. So she asked me, how is this even possible for me to prove to her? I responded to an earlier message from her, the message that she sent, I mean, you won't be okay later with you liking me and me not liking you back the same way. My response to that is, whatever happens, everything is fine and will be fine. Nothing can be perfect. Even if I get hurt, it would be my problem to handle. I must always be good to you no matter what. I'm willing to take the risk with you. Her response, you are just talking from your side. You are okay with it, but I am not. I do not want to take that risk. So maybe she got a little upset with me there, stating that I was just talking out of my ass. I messaged, it takes time to earn trust. I want to earn it with my actions. There is no way that I can convince you. You feel there is no way for us to be close because I like you and you are not sure about me. I asked, are you mad at me? I would say that if you'd allow us to have a phone call, it would be much better than messaging. I was trying to get her on the phone because that would be way more effective than excessive messaging. It would be like we're sitting together and legitimately talking. It's not a risk to you so much as it is to me. Because tried to reassure her that she doesn't really have anything to worry about because she's not as at risk as much as I am. Because if I have more feelings for her than she does for me, then I'm at risk more so than she is. I have to load the bowl with some more tobacco. I wish you'd accept that I'm into you and enjoy it. I'd say a big part of the problem I'm causing is that this is not natural and you feel that I'm trying too hard. Her response on Friday at 4:16 in the evening, I don't know why you are doing all this and you don't even know me. I am really questioning, what do you know about me? This is not something you can convince the other to do. Maybe she's right about that. Maybe that's another mistake I made. I'm trying to convince her. But again, share your thoughts on the matter, share your opinions. Is every aspect in life a negotiation? Convincing is, I would say, part of negotiating. There's a correlation between the two. They play hand in hand. I don't know much about you. I asked some guys what they know about you, and they did not give me much information. Do you know? And then I mentioned the name of a guy that from our community that she knows of. He was at the convention. I sent her a picture of all of us so that she could see as reference. And I messaged, you know these guys, they're all from the LA area. She responded, I know them by name, but that doesn't mean I'm close to them. They don't know anything about me. I acknowledged that. And I messaged, they don't know you. They could not tell me anything about you. They know of you also, it seems, like they just see you sometimes at local events. She responds, yes, that's my point. It is not something that we can keep trying to convince the other about it. You told me your opinion, and I am saying mine now, right? And I did appreciate the fact that she at least was sharing her opinions with me. We had a cordial conversation together about all of this. I messaged. I always thought it's good to show someone if you want to be in their life. You don't remember me from the convention. I sat at your table for a bit one morning. As you said, though, the people you are close to show interest in you in a better way. She responds, I am not close to anyone. They are just friends. They didn't show interest. I don't know who you were talking about, too. She remembered me. I messaged her, I am causing you stress by showing interest. You would say that I can't be a friend that is attracted to you in a non-platonic way. Nobody is showing you interest. I am the only guy. Again, I tried to get an answer from her. She was not very responsive to that question. Also, you don't want a serious relationship as you feel you would lose your freedom, in a sense. Plus, many guys try to be controlling. Hopefully you know that I'm not a bad guy. I'm coming from a good place. Remember, we come from the same background. We may have even, well, I'm not going to say that specific message out loud, because that gets more into a religious topic. And I don't want to make this about religion. I mean, you told me that they became your friends over time naturally. You don't feel that every aspect of life is a negotiation or an agreement, I asked. And then in response to her message that she didn't know who I was referring to, I made it clear to her that I was just referring to guys in general, expressing interest in her. Nobody specifically. You are very patient with me. I know that I annoy you. Maybe I was annoying her at this point. But still, she continued to be very easy on me about it. I probably annoy you, but not on purpose, obviously. She responds with a few messages. You are saying a lot of assumptions. I didn't talk about freedom. I'm not using any of these stereotypes right now. I'm simply not looking for a relationship at the moment. Okay. I know you're not doing it on purpose, and I have nothing against you. But I don't want to keep saying the same opinion every little bit. I know you're a nice person too, so I don't mean to be rude. That really got me. I was like, oh, she was calling me a nice person? I mean, I don't want to be a nice guy. And there's a difference between being a nice guy, where you get walked all over, and just being a polite guy. That's another topic. I know you're a nice person too, so I don't mean to be rude. But you don't want and then I responded, but you don't want a relationship because it is responsibility and that you do not want to take on. Then she responded, that's also not true. I asked her, you don't want to let me know the reason? So you won't even let me just know you. I'm not asking for a serious relationship. You are kind to me. I already feel close to you because we can communicate. Well, rejection is tough, but it's normal. I'll be sad if one day I see that you're with another guy. I'll feel that I'm not good enough for you. Then her last message to me was, I will eventually end up with someone. So that kind of hurt because she's basically indirectly letting me know that, yeah, she's not going to be single her whole life. I mean, she'll end up with somebody, but not me. And I left a couple short voice recordings because I wanted her to hear my voice. I'm sure she listened to them. Those were sent on Friday at 6:30 in the evening. And then she no longer responded after that. So the conversation has come to a close officially. But she was talking about, her last message was insinuating about her eventually finding the right person for her, and that I'm obviously not that one for her. But I wish that she would have given me an opportunity to open herself up to me more. I mean, I do feel that she judged me pretty quickly. However, she did. She didn't want to be rude about it, so she didn't mention specifically what she didn't like, what she wasn't attracted to. Maybe my messages turned her off. But even before I really got deep into the conversation with her, she was letting me know, oh, I'm not looking for a serious relationship, blah, blah, blah. So I figured, okay, this is not going to be an easy one to deal with. So, but if you watch this video all the way through, it means a lot to me. And this was actually very enjoyable for me to record, and I'm excited to share it. And I will likely continue to do this. So again, please interact, comment, share your thoughts. Let's have a discussion, and let's talk about other meaningful topics in other videos. And in the next video, you can let me know what you would recommend that we go over.